On there. Hello, buddy. And we both got red eyes tonight.
Red
Man,
eyes?
what time did we get up this morning?
It was early.
It was like 4 something.
It was 4 something.
Man, I didn't really go back to sleep. You woke me up, messing around and stuff. But anyway,
so ignorant.
It's the truth. But anyway, so hey, thank y'all for coming in tonight. We appreciate y'all to be doing a lot of different things, but you know what? You decided to be here. So for that, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
We thank you a lot. Oh, we got a good show for you tonight. It's going to be kind of lighthearted and fun and enjoying and talking about one of the things that a lot of people want to do, and that's vacation and have fun.
Yeah, so we thought this topic was appropriate with summer coming. Kids are out of school. Everybody's traveling. Couples or, we got teachers that are out of school and they ready to travel.
Yeah, right now we got graduations going on as we speak. Graduations, all kind of stuff. This is that time of the year from May all the way up to, August is when it goes down.
Mm-hmm. Got a big travel weekend this weekend.
Yeah. You're going to be gone. I'm going to be here in Memphis for the weekend by myself. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. It's such a fun town on Memorial Day weekend.
You're such a smarty pants.
All right. So why don't you say tonight's topic for the fine folks out there?
Well, you want to introduce this first?
Oh, where's my manners? My apologies. Hey, so for those who don't know us in real life, my name is Lamar. I'm a finance manager, sales manager by day in retail. And my husband, father, all that kind of fun stuff, and friend. My lovely wife here, my co-host, is Sarah.
Yeah, that's me.
A nurse by day, lovely woman, 24 hours a day, and wife, and all that kind of fun stuff, friend, and all that, all that jazz. So that's who we are. And as we always do, before we get into the show, we like to go over our core principles, our 3 core principles that we try our best to adhere to and live by. And the first one is going to be, we live a traditional marriage. We're not into the modern. We don't knock anybody that does something more modern, but we believe the traditional way is the best way. And that's the way we try to formulate our marriage after. And it has worked great for us.
14 years in the making.
14 years. Number two on the list of our 3 rules to live by. We always date. We date at least once a week.
That's really more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we go out twice. Yeah, but we really, really like each other's company.
We do.
And we find it very, very important to do so. She came up with this idea 9 years ago that we need to go on a date at least once a week. And I was like, man, just more stuff to do, right? But you know what? It was one of the best things I could, not only in my marriage, but really in my life. It has allowed us to do a lot of different things and experience a lot of different things. So it's been great. And what's the last one?
80-20.
Yes, we believe in 80-20 in pretty much every facet of our lives, meaning that if you get 80% out of something, you're doing great. So for instance, you're probably not going to love your spouse 100% of the time.
Correct.
You're not going to be happy nowhere near 100% of the time. Spouse can't make you happy, only you're in charge of that. But if you can get 80% of love out of your spouse, if 80% of your 20, 30, 40 years of marriage is great, you're doing fantastic. That 20% that you don't get, hey, it's the cost of doing business. You just got to charge it to the game. You're not going to be.
Game.
Yeah. Despite what they tell you, you cannot have it all. You just can't. So now that we got that all out of the way, you even put the little notes up there to remind me, since your husband doesn't have a very good memory.
But so tonight's topic is fun and romantic couple vacation ideas. Like I said, we came up with that because it's travel time. So yes, we'll talk about some fun vacation spots. We'll talk about some romantic vacation spots or little getaways. And we'll also talk about why it's important to have that alone time with your spouse.
Yes, that's really, really important because, especially, not necessarily especially, but there's parts of your marriage that there's certain things that need to be attended to versus others. Like if you have small children, say you're on your journey, you guys are just having your first couple of kids, and say you have two children under 5 years old. Quality time is going to be a premium. You may go a whole year and probably not do much at all just because you have small kids in the house. So, then there's times that you have to start prioritizing once certain times to be able to have that time together.
Right.
Because you can't go too far one way for so long. But you know what? You do have to prioritize, especially when you talk about children. All right. So, welcome members. Let's see who we have. Welcome, Mr. Norfleet, Miss Linda. Thank y'all for my soundboard. Damn. I switched the screen. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, we can't see everybody. I see we got some numbers in here, but we cannot see everybody. So if you want to drop your name, feel free. If not, thank you all for joining us once again. We do appreciate you all taking some time out of your evening to join us to talk about fun and romantic getaways.
Yes. So tonight is going to be interactive as well. If you're going to be asked to chime in and let us know some of the fun ideas and stuff that you have experienced on vacation, some of the romantic things you have done as well. Because in this group, we like to have a community effort to share because nothing's new under this. I mean, not nothing's new under the sun, but it's important to get real feedback from people who have experienced things or want to. If it's something that you want to do that you have not done, that's just as important as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so before we get into the good stuff, and hey, you know what? At the end, you got that little cheese. You like you got something up your sleeve. Oh, you ain't got no sleeves. But anyway,
Cornball.
We need to tell them about our Colorado trip. Hey, we had a very, very interesting Colorado trip to Denver, Colorado, precisely Keystone, Colorado, which is up in the mountains last June. Matter of fact, stick around. You don't want to miss this story. It's fun. It's a little sad, but at the end of the day, it's very interesting. We kind of broke some rules.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, we broke some rules. I never do that shit again. But anyway, all right. So first, before we get into the romantic ideas and also then the fun ideas, we want to go over go over one thing: the benefits of alone time together. So what we did, we always do research, and in our research, we like to look for reputable sources about the information that we do share with you. If it is our ideas, we like to state it as such, or otherwise, we like to go ahead and just what do you call it?
So, like you said, these are the first thing we're going to do is go over some reasons why the benefits of traveling with your spouse or your mate. So we're going to talk about that before we get into as they say, the meat and potatoes.
Yep. So number one is you have a common goal and a purpose. So meaning that, hey, you guys have a common goal for your particular kind of trip or to spend that time together. You sit down and say, hey, this is what we want to try to accomplish. And that way you can have some anticipation. We all know how anticipation, and it builds up excitement. And then when you commit to doing that, it helps you bond together. So a common goal and purpose, whatever that is, could be something going out, taking a walk on the wild side, doing something familiar, but having a common goal. But also number two, understanding and adjusting to limitations. Understanding and adjusting to limitations. So what that means is traveling can be very revealing, not also to the outer world, but yourself. Because you get out there and start to experience some things, you can reveal a lot of things about the world, but also reveal a lot of things about you, depending on how things go.
And and not every vacation is going to go perfect. So you have to understand,
Yeah. And also when you go as a couple, you both have strengths and you both have weaknesses. So it's good to go ahead and let the person who's strong at this handle that. The person who's strong at others handle that.
That is true.
One of the other benefits is you have better communication. So let me read this. According to a survey, it was found that couples who travel together agree better and have fewer disagreements than couples who don't travel together. Traveling makes them more understanding and patient for each other, which makes sense. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that.
Yes. When you
Do
go,
y'all agree with that?
yeah. Do y'all agree with that? When you go someplace new, you have to kind of rely and trust on your partner and understand that, hey, this is something new that we're doing, and it could just.
I could see how that helped.
Yeah. Number four is a good one. They have a better sexual relationship.
Yeah, because you're out, you're trying new things. It's exciting. So when you're in a new environment, you know,
people don't know you. You know what I'm saying? If the curtains have to be open and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah. So
he just puts you in a good mood all together.
Yes. And number 5, of course, is one that's really is kind of what they call it when it just makes sense. Experiencing something new together.
Yeah.
The inevitable treasure engraved in our hearts and minds when experiencing something together can be everlasting. So you go on that trip. It's like when you have a really memorable trip.
Like New York, we recently had.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You'll remember and talk about that trip fondly. Like when you talk about it, you're smiling while you're talking and your eyes light up, so on and so forth. And you'll have that for many years. That's why a lot of times, like even in the movies, you'll see someone who's later in life and they're talking to their spouse and they're talking very fondly of something happened 40 years ago.
I know, like, yeah, because you just memories. Yeah, and I can even say for you, I think that you're like really happy on vacation. You're always, you just get even more like you speak to people randomly, like, hey y'all, you just have conversations. You don't do this so much in Memphis.
No, I sure don't. I'm just kind of different. And the thing about it, you know this more than anybody, that due to my work is very stressful, so it's hard to decompress and get into the vacation mode. But when I do it just clicks all of a sudden. Then I let you know. Then you're like, okay.
I know when you're there.
Yeah, and you can relax as well because you can't relax until you know that I'm in the mood. Good mood. We'll read a couple more of these, then we're going to go ahead and get to it. Number 6 is a good one. It reveals who they are to each other. Since you are together most of the time, there's little space for keeping ugly secrets. There are no facades, and you have to appreciate your partner the way he or she is.
Yeah, right. This is who I am. This is what you get. This is this is the real me.
Whether he snores, which I don't, has his underarm hair unshaved, or has her legs unshaved, traveling reveals a bunch of ugly truths. And with this, there is a little or nothing to hide.
Yeah. I think it creates a bond.
Yeah, it does. Number 7, the sense of humor is built together. You can travel together without turning up some humor here and there. There are times when things go horribly wrong and you have to laugh over it. Now, if you go on enough trips, everybody who travels, you know this. If you go on enough trips, you're going to have a bad trip, but also you may have a great trip with some bad times. And sometimes you just got to laugh. You're traveling, you get a flat tire. Who ain't had a flat tire going on a damn trip? Inevitably, you know what I'm trying to say. You get a flat tire on a trip, it's going to be raining and it's going to be dark and everything's going to be closed. That's just the way it is. You just got to sit in the car like, damn, and laugh at it.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You're going to, I'm just happy to be laughing while I'm wet because you ain't going to get out the damn car. All right. And,
and our experience recently when we was coming from Puerto Rico to airport. Crazy. Watching people fall, run.
Yeah, we was in Orlando airport.
It was mayhem in there, I'm telling you.
So we can't
talk about that though.
No, real quick.
Okay.
So we're coming out of Puerto Rico and we had a layover in
a long layover.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. But we was in Orlando late night, 11 o'clock or something like that on a Sunday night or something. And I don't know what it was with the scheduling of the planes, but people was running from plane to plane. We had to catch Spirit back. Don't hold that against us. We had to catch a flight from Spirit. And the Spirit area, I mean, people was running. They were changing gates. People was falling,
crying.
It was like out of a movie. It was sad and funny all at the same time.
So, yeah.
And this is the last one, then we'll get going. Number 8, they live the romance. This is a good one. It goes beyond what you watch on cinema screens or read in any book. As a traveling couple, you live the romance out of spontaneity and a state of mind that you could be led anywhere. And something could sparkle another moment of beauty.
Yes.
Meaning that when you were out there on the going on your trip, anything can happen that's spontaneous that just changes your not only your mood, the trip, but it could also change your life.
Yeah.
It is never about the money, but the experience that traveling together could bring. This is why 86% of respondents in a survey of traveling couples said that their relationship still have romance alive in it, compared to 73% of respondents who never traveled together. So you get a 13% boost in romance by traveling together, which is good.
Yes, Gerald said it sure can. Yes, it does. It does spark some romance for sure.
Yeah.
So yes.
All right,
All right, y'all. So in a minute, we're gonna be asking y'all some questions. Please feel free to chime in and comment when y'all hear something, because everybody loves to travel. I know I do. I wish I can travel at least once a month, but work won't allow me. I need to get my money right so I can just travel as much. I don't want to work, babe. I don't want to work.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello? Oh,
Y'all see
you said
how that
so?
Okay,
Yeah,
I guess
anyway.
I better get the...
Yeah.
All right, so as we know that there are some beautiful places to travel to. So just I researched a few places. So I'm just going big right now. So some of the most romantic places in the world. If you think about some of the most romantic places in the world, what is one of the places that come to mind? You can drop your comments. When you think of the most romantic place in the world, what would it be?
Romantic place in the world. Let's see.
So while y'all dropping y'all answer, or y'all, Aruba, yes. So Paris, France is always, when you think of romance, you think of Paris, right? Everybody goes to the what is it? The
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, and put the lock and stuff on there.
I've been to the Eiffel Tower. Kings Island, Cincinnati, Ohio. And they got a miniature one. It's 1/10 scale, but hell.
Anyway. Italy is always, on the list of being romantic. So you'll keep.
Another one is Puerto Vallarta, going in July. What country? Yeah, what country is that?
Is that Italy? I don't know.
No, I think it's in
Puerto. That's
South America, somewhere. If whoever typed that, what country is that?
That's Jess, cousin Jess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Man.
Well, where is that? Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that. And Greece. Everybody, if you think about Greece, what is it? Santorini, Greece. I don't know, y'all. I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah, Santorin, okay. Greece. Yeah. And a lot of parts of Greece. Okay. Just lots of different parts of Greece are very
beautiful.
Yeah. Hold on. So you going down your list? Hold on.
Yeah, not that list. Not that. I'm gonna get into some other stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got Thailand is beautiful, Hawaii, Bali, and one here that people don't really think about a lot is Aspen, Colorado. It's gorgeous there. It's very, very gorgeous and romantic. Being in the mountains. So yeah. So those are just some of the bigger. You can get to these places, but they're not the most common places. So what I want to do is talk about some of the places that's more local, easier, to get to in the U.S.
Yeah, because some of these places, if I can't get a major airline, U.S. airline to it, we ain't going. I ain't getting on some foreign airline going to some of these places. Now, if we go, I'll take an 8-hour ride across the countryside, if it's safe to do so. But I ain't flying no little plane on some of these third world countries. All right. And someone said, "Oh, Jamaica, man, absolutely. I wish I had the the sound.
Yeah.
I need to get that on the soundboard."
But Linda said she's been to Greece. That place that I was trying to pronounce. I would love to see your pictures. I know they're gorgeous. So yeah. But So some of the more easy.
Yeah, some of the more easier places to access. We got a list of what?
Yeah.
How many?
I don't know how many, but we'll just go down a couple. Costa Rica. So everybody likes to go to Costa Rica for the it's Nasara, Costa Rica.
That's California.
I said Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
So they're known for their beaches, their waterfalls. They have a beautiful zoo there. A lot of beautiful. Anybody been to Costa Rica?
Yeah, very tropical climate too. And remember, a lot of these places, for those who have not been, you start getting into some of these areas down in the Caribbean and also South America. It rains a lot. A lot of these places, it pretty much rains pretty much every day. Not for a long time, but it rains almost daily. Just like Puerto Rico. If you've never been to Puerto Rico, go to Puerto Rico. Most likely, it's going to rain at least once or twice, typically in the day. And, but you get sunshine, and it's just you get used to it.
So another romantic place that's right next door, pretty much, is. Can you guess what? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. It's New Orleans.
Oh yes, hell, give it up for New Orleans in this.
New Orleans is a hidden. Oh look! Got a nice little picture of New Orleans.
Oh yeah, so New Orleans is one of my favorite places to go to. This is us here in New Orleans here. Yeah, let y'all say that. Yeah, so we went to one of the most romantic things that we've done in New Orleans is, believe it or not, going to the New Orleans School of Cooking. So the New Orleans School of Cooking is rated one of the top 10 most romantic things to do in New Orleans, believe it or not. And the reason why is because most of the things that we do are centered around what? Food. And with this cooking class, they got a couple of ones where they got one class where you go in, you sit with a lot of people, and you get the chef, like what you see in this picture. He does the cooking, or she does the cooking up on stage. You can see it. They pass around the foods, but you you taste, but you also get a history lesson. And these chefs are colorful. They know about the history. You'd be surprised. You probably wouldn't be surprised, but it is very, very intriguing to hear about the history and also the food and how it came about, how the Africans, French, and everybody in Caribbean people came together to create a lot of the dishes that we know and love down there in
New Orleans. Yeah, so New Orleans has a lot of history, have a lot of fine dining, good live music. It's colorful, so you can pretty much.
You can get lost in New Orleans. When I say lost, I mean like get lost. Like, where are we? You can get lost in the moment and in the whole ambiance of the city, because it's not a large city. For those who don't know, New Orleans is not very big, but it's a lot of things to do in the small city of New Orleans.
And I don't know if anybody been here. This is the first I ever heard of this place. It's called Door County, Wisconsin.
Okay, tell us about that.
So I guess there's more so a lot of bed and breakfast type of places. And they have a lot of, like it says, it has like 300 miles of shorelines. So it's supposed to be a really nice place where you can go and get a cabin, just relax and chill. So if you're into that type of vacation, Door County, Wisconsin might be a place you want to check out. I've never been in Wisconsin. I don't know what's in.
So I've been to Wisconsin. I got a little short story. I went to Wisconsin before I was a truck driver at that time, and it is true. Wisconsin is all about beer and cheese. I was a truck driver. I stopped in this little podunk little gas station after I picked up a load of Lay's potato chips. So I'm gonna go in this little gas station and get me something to snack on, and they had like 6 refrigerator. You know how you reach in to get a drink? They had 6 of those full of all kind of cheese, and then the next one was like 6 different things of beer. I'm like, this place only got 2 pumps, but they got a grocery store selection of cheeses. So I grabbed me a triangle of bacon cheddar cheese. It was cheddar cheese with bacon bits in it. Snacked on that thing from Wisconsin all the way to Ohio.
Oh yeah, they are called the cheeseheads. I forgot about that.
Yes. All about cheese and beer up there.
So, Asheville, North Carolina is beautiful. I've never been. I've seen pictures. My dad goes all the time.
That's where the Biltmore is.
Yes, where the Biltmore Estates is. They have a lot of lakes, a lot of parks, great dining. It's not very far, so that could be a good weekend getaway, good romantic. I mean, I love to eat. When we go out to vacation, it's all about eating for me.
Who don't love to eat, especially eat new food.
Dining. I'm sure a lot of people have been. And Savannah, Georgia is beautiful. Not yet to be gone there, but my dad goes, and I have some friends there, and so yeah, Savannah. Seen pictures, gorgeous. Would love. That's on my here
To-do
soon
list.
list. Yes,
Yeah.
it's right around the corner. And so Tulum, Mexico. Tulum, Mexico. So, they got a lot of caves, a lot of beaches. It's just a lot of beautiful things there. That's on the list too. I mean, when I say they have like some beautiful caves, can you imagine just being there? I haven't did it. Like, I'm not a big swimmer, but I can't wait to be. I can't wait to be able to get into some of those caves and get into.
You gotta be careful now. I'm telling you, Mexico, boy, it's a third. We're just a couple feet from being in. Anyway, no, but I heard nothing but good things about Tulum. Mm-hmm. We had some friends that just recently had a couples trip there last year. That it seemed like everybody had a really, really good time. Yeah. Give it up for Tulum.
Yeah. All right. So
hold on, you finished with the?
No. I'm fine. So one that we personally love Orange Beach, Alabama. So it is. I say it's romantic for us because it allows us to come from 100 all the way down to 25. When you were in Orange Beach, what did we do?
Oh man, we just chilled out. And let me tell y'all something. For those who don't know, now I was ignorant to it. I lived most of my life in Ohio, so when I thought about beaches, it was either Southern California or Florida. Alabama has white sand beaches. Mm-hmm. Call me crazy or stupid, whatever, but I didn't know even Alabama was on the coast. So the southern part of Alabama, Orange Beach, down in that area. Now we're in Memphis, Tennessee, so it's a 6-hour drive to get to the beach from where we are. You can get down. We go right down to Alabama. And I'll tell you what, it is very beautiful down there. Matter of fact, let me roll that beautiful beam footage on Alabama. So when we get down there, let me show y'all this. This is that's the sunset. So when you're in Orange Beach, looking out over the ocean, you can see the sun set right into the ocean, which is fantastic.
That's romantic in itself.
Yes, here's my little bit of drone footage. So this is an estate in Orange Beach. I don't know if it's going to play or not. We got enough bandwidth. But this is, if you look at this picture right here, this is the house. And this right here, up here where you see my mouse at, that's where the yacht is. So he's got the house, and he's got a $250,000 house for the yacht. This is probably not going to play, but anyway, I'll show it to you one day if you ever want to see it. But man, it's a beautiful and romantic place to visit, Orange Beach, California. And this was the room. This is the view right here from our condo that we rented. And as you can see, that is the beach.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. We slept with the balcony open, listened to the water all night.
Like a baby.
Man, like a damn baby.
Yeah, so we like to go. So it's a place there called Joe Patty's. You can get whatever kind of seafood you want. We go get our seafood for the weekend. We cook in the look, there you go. He loves his pictures, and when I say he takes great pictures, he takes great pictures.
You're always bigging up your honey. I know that's right.
So we go down, get our seafood, come back, we cook. I think we made one year we came up with our little signature drink, our what we call Orange Beach drink with our little vodka and stuff like that. Yeah, so we just go. We go and have a good time. But also about Orange Beach, that area closes early. So you have to get what you're going to get. And if you ain't got it by then, it closes down. So it makes you relax.
Yeah, so it is a beach resort town. So, they got the little carnivals and all that kind of stuff. It got the strip where it's got all the places to do a lot of different things, go-karts and all that. But yes, it closes early, so it forces you to have some long time. Because if after 7:00, it's damn near a ghost town, especially in the off season. We typically try to get down there in October, even though it's a little risky due to being hurricane season. Off peak is actually extremely, extremely affordable. But Orange Beach, Alabama.
All right, so we are going to, if anybody wants to join in, feel free. We're going to drop the link in the comment section. So if you want to join in via audio or be on live with us, click the link.
Yeah, I just dropped it in the chat. If you want to join, I'll drop it in the chat for YouTube too, since we got a lot of people on the YouTube side. Let me go ahead and get my mouse on the other screen here and drop it in the chat as well.
So this is the Q&A session where we like to just kind of have a little fun. Like I said, if you don't want to join in, you can leave your comments right in the comment section like you've been doing. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, so real quick here. So there was one more on your list. Did you have Mexico City? I had Mexico City as a romantic place. I've always heard of Mexico City. It is one of the more, of course, modern cities in Mexico, if not the most. But it also has a good mix of architecture, history, but also modernization.
So when are you going to take me?
Soon. I'll take you soon. So they have a different work day, and when you travel, a lot of people who do travel will see a lot of these places have different work days. I understand that they have a kind of a different work day where I think they have 2 shifts during the day.
Oh, okay.
Something to that effect, like they have a big break during the day. A lot of places in other countries do have that.
Oh, yeah.
What's that in France? It's called siesta.
Siesta.
When you in the middle of the day, you go home 2 hours, take a nap.
Do you know how great that would be for the U.S.?
Man, I'm telling you, when you start looking at work, life balance in other countries, you'd be like,
"How to be better?"
Yeah, it's like anyway.
Yeah, that's a different show.
Yeah, different show.
All right, so my first question to everyone, like I said, if nobody wants to join in, you can just drop a comment. So, what is the most romantic place you have traveled to with your spouse? So drop the most romantic place you have traveled with your spouse. What would you say?
The most romantic place? I would actually, man, that's a tough one. I would say with you, I don't know, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one. So for me, I would say, again, New Orleans was very romantic for us. In Colorado, doing the train ride through the mountains.
Don't give away my stuff, but yeah, I got some stuff coming up about that.
But I'm just saying it was romantic.
It was very romantic. Colorado really showed us a lot about romance. It was really, really nice. Stick around for that story. We want to tell y'all.
So we got Aruba, we got Jamaica. Yes, those are some really romantic places. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you couldn't think of anything?
I couldn't. But it's a lot of them. I really liked Southern California, but
we had fun in LA.
Yeah. It was.
Oh, when we went to the beach, what beach was that?
God dog, they do all the TV shows and stuff like that. They're I forget the name of the beach, but
if I wasn't trying to think of it, it's at the tip of my tongue. And dang. Okay. Anyway, so what trip did you have the most fun and why? What was your funnest vacation trip?
Man, you should have prepped me on these.
I gotta think fast.
Yeah. One of the funnest trips I've done. We done. Man, we've been so many places. It's kind of hard to know. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you which one it was. The first time we went to Universal Studios for my birthday back in 2007.
That was fun.
Really, really fun. 3D yeah, if you haven't been to Universal Studios, they say the one in Orlando is very, very similar. The one out in LA is built into the side of a mountain, and you go through a lot of the scenes, movies, sets that you've seen on TV, and you take the train ride and all that kind of stuff. Is really, really nice. I'll tell you, one of the most memorable things about that trip, we were riding down the escalator to another part of the actual amusement park, and at the time there was the forest fires going on. So here we are with all the music and noises of people having a great time going down this escalator. You're looking out to the right into the valley, and the forest is just burning. It's like here we are having a good time, and stuff is over there.
I
Just
think
burning
Will
up.
Smith was there doing that. It was a movie there.
He was filming a movie while we were there. It was
him and that guy that died, the white guy that died. I don't know his name. I can't remember. The comedian guy.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, it was kind of surreal. Even though it was many, many miles out, if you've been out to California, you look out into the valley, you can see, 50, 75 miles, but it was just surreal to see all that.
Okay, Gerald, what was that helicopter ride at? We did a helicopter ride down in Gatlinburg. I won't do it again. It was nice. It was romantic. Don't get me wrong. My nerves too bad for me to just relax and bask in the moment to do that helicopter ride. But we did. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, we did one that was down in Gatlinburg, like you said. It was really, really, really nice. I'm not too fond of helicopters. I thought about being a helicopter pilot at one time, but due to my height and weight, I was like, I don't know. I'm going to be jammed up with some helicopter. Linda says the most funniest Egypt. We cruised the Nile while there and also went up on a hot air balloon and did camel ride in the Sahara Desert.
Oh, that's fun. That sounds like a good time for sure.
Yes, yeah,
we gotta get more adventurous too when we get out on vacation. We did the down in New Orleans. We did the swamp tour and stuff like that. That was really fun. But that's the only thing that's really coming to me right now.
Yeah,
we always have a good time. But.
Yeah, Gerald said his helicopter ride was in Hawaii. That's actually on the list I got here. The things to do while you're in Hawaii.
Yeah. And it's beautiful. And Hawaii is romantic. That is a place that I want to get to. That's another question. So while we're talking about that, do you have a bucket list for trips? Hawaii is on my bucket list. Do you all have any places that you want to go to that you have not been to? Do you?
I do, but I'll touch on the one you just said, Hawaii. Like Joe said, that's one of the more popular things to do while you're there is to take a helicopter ride.
In Hawaii?
In Hawaii, yeah, absolutely. Because you can get to see the different islands and stuff like that. One thing that you probably know about Hawaii as well, the water is really warm. Oh. It's in the 70s. The water is. Man. It's the warmer part of the Pacific. Now, if you know anything about the Pacific Ocean, Southern California is the exact opposite. So the Pacific Ocean near Hawaii is in the 70s, but near Southern California, it could be the middle of July and 100 degrees. The water, when you're in LA, is cold. It's right. Always cold. A lot of people don't know that, but it is always cold. Someone said, would love to zip line in Costa Rica. I've seen a lot of videos of that. Kind of zip lining through the jungle. Now that's not the forest. It ain't the woods. It's the damn jungle.
I would definitely do that. We haven't done it though. Every time we're supposed to zip line, something happens.
Yeah. But my bucket list is going to the Cognac region of France.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to do this.
Yeah, because I had planned it for my 50th, but COVID hit and travel restrictions were in full force, so weren't too sure about it. But I want to go over to Paris and go to Cognac region of France. If you know anything about liquor, if it's cognac, like Remy Martin and all that kind of stuff, it can only be made in France. In Cognac, the city of Cognac, France. That's where all the good cognacs come out of. If you're interested in stuff like that, say you research it, because there's certain rules and regulations that in order to have certain liquors to be called whatever they're called, like cognac. And there's a Champagne France too. But anyway, just look into that. It's very, very, very interesting if you find that kind of stuff.
So, do y'all have any places that's on your bucket list?
Yeah, what are you guys' bucket list? Like I said, mine was France. I want to
go to Aruba.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Aruba. Good thing about Aruba, really, really good thing. The Maldives. Oh yeah. Yeah, I want to go there. One good thing about Aruba, they have almost virtually no murders and violent crimes in Aruba.
I didn't think about it.
One of the safest places in the world, and one of the reasons why
you want to move there?
You can't. That's the one thing about Aruba. Like
you
just cannot say, "Hey, I'm gonna move to Aruba." Now, if you can go there, if they have industry and get a work visa for something, okay. But you just can't say, "You know what, man, and become a permanent citizen." They just don't allow it. that's just very, very interesting. But a beautiful country from what I hear.
Oh, Fiji, yes.
Yeah, Fiji. Somebody said Fiji. Oh yeah, went to Hawaii 2019 bucket list. Fiji and Australia.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about Australia. That's beautiful. Yeah, and South Africa is beautiful too. Get some places in South Africa.
Yep.
That is definitely on a bucket list. To travel. Yeah. Anybody been to Africa? That's in here.
I want to go to South Africa.
Yeah. Anybody been to Africa? But that is definitely on the. I want to go to Egypt. Oh, I think Aunt Linda and Uncle Bradley went not too long ago. Yeah. So okay, so I think one more question. I turned my page because I was looking at some stuff.
Oh, go ahead. You see it?
Okay. All right. So
one question, man. I mean, you're taking up all the time. Go ahead.
Do you prefer to relax or be adventurous on vacation?
Now that's a good one. Let's give it up for that one. I personally like a real good dose of both. People who know me, when I go on vacation, there's going to be at least one day or one block of about 6 hours that I don't do jack shit.
Yeah, I leave him every time.
That's fine.
I'll leave him. I'll be like, because he's gonna sleep. It's like his body goes through this morphing thing. Like it has to like decompress for like sometimes a day or 6-7 hours, and he's sleeping, just bringing it down. And when he gets up, he's like, "All right, where we at?" He come looking for us, like, "Where y'all at?" or "What we doing?" Yeah.
Yeah, I need that siesta time. I need the time where I'm doing absolutely nothing, just chilling, taking in the time and decompressing. Because as a introvert, I enjoy alone time, and nothing better than some alone time in a new place. So somebody says, "Hear me out. Jerusalem is on my bucket list." Jerusalem. Let's give it up for Jerusalem.
And Gerald says, "Been to Dubai."
Hold on, man. You skipped it.
Oh, it was up there.
Well, you've been to Dubai. I want to go to. I've always kind of been not necessarily scared, but hesitant to Dubai. But some of these,
but just because of
some of the countries,
you can't just free. Yeah, I get it. I know why.
There's certain laws about doing certain things, and you get caught up. You don't want to go to no jail. Not that I'm some kind of crazy person, but you don't want to go to a Middle Eastern jail or a jail in a lot of these other countries. You don't get the same rights. Yeah. But let's see. Next one. Read that one for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We said that one already.
Yeah. Jerusalem on my bucket list. I can't see that.
Well, Miss Linda says they're very adventurous on vacation.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. Yeah. I'm with you both. A good mix of excitement and relaxation and stuff
I'm the same way. Like I wanted just to get a good meeting. I don't like to stay too busy, but it depends on where I'm traveling to. But for the most part, give me a couple of activities, but the rest of the times I want to relax because Monday, Tuesday come quick and it's time to get back to work.
Yes. So Gerald added some to his comment. Dubai doesn't follow the laws. That's good to know. Like I said, I'm a very adventurous person. But like I said, I try to be cognizant of some of the things that you have to be situationally aware of where you're going.
I know when we went to Jamaica, you were really like hesitant on doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, or getting out of the tourist area. Because once you get out of the tourist area, it's like you can go down one more street. It's like, wait a minute, what did we just walk to? But also those who have been to Jamaica, been on a cruise or whatever, you can't wear camouflage. Like if you get off the boat with some camouflage shorts on and something like that, they'll tell you to go right back on the boat and take it off because only people in some parts of Jamaica to wear camouflage are military and police. Mm-hmm. So some of those little small things like that you find out by going and research. All right, so let's go ahead. Since you took up the bulk of the time with your stuff,
I always do.
Now we talked about the romantic things, and now it's time to talk about some of the fun things to.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. Why you ain't stop me?
Man, you was rolling. I mean, I don't want to.
Well, don't do all of them because.
No, we ain't gonna do all of them. We just do a couple. I'm gonna do a couple. We're gonna mention a couple of places that for some people are just kind of off the beaten path. And one of them is Santa Fe, New Mexico. Now, if you ever been out west, everything's brown and stuff like that, but you got a lot of different. What they call it? It's a totally different terrain out there out west when you start getting out to New Mexico. And
look at that,
Nevada and stuff like that. when we went out there to look at that train riding through that. We
love a good train ride too.
Yeah, we went out to Colorado. We took a train ride. It is similar like this, but this is one. It's the Sky Railway in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And when you get on the train, they got an open air car where you go out there and you can drink in the open air and go through the mountains and stuff like that and enjoy it. People, they got somebody on the, they got a band on the railway that plays music. And you can just kind of enjoy the scenes. But here's what we experienced while we were on our trip. So this was in Colorado. You ride the railway, and this is in the open car, and it's right by a running river. And there's a lot of history with this river. You know, Colorado is known for gold and all that kind of stuff back in the day, the gold rush. But let me tell you, riding this train through the mountains and stuff like that was something real proper. It was actually really, really,
nice.
Yeah, really, really nice. And we had an open air. I'm sorry, the actual train had big, large windows so you could view out and see the stuff, which was really, really, really nice.
The food wasn't that great, but
yeah, the food on the train wasn't that great. But you know what? The actual scenery and everything made up for it. And let's go ahead and go one more fun things to do, and we'll put this list on the in the group tomorrow. But Napa Valley, California.
That's on my list because y'all know I love my wine.
Yes. So
matter of fact, I'm going to a wine venue this weekend, but that's a different story.
Yeah, that's a whole other different story. But yeah, so I didn't know this until we did our research that ballooning is really, really popular in Napa Valley. Some of the top balloon, hot air balloon companies in the world are located right there in Napa Valley. And someone says, had a blast in Joe said had a blast in Napa Valley. Okay. I heard this, very, very
can't wait to get there.
Not only beautiful, but just an enjoying area of the world.
But let me tell y'all something. I am not hot air ballooning. I think it is beautiful. I wish that I would hot air balloon. I wish I had the guts to do it. I'm not afraid of heights. I love roller coasters. I love tall buildings. I'll step out on whatever. I'll zip line. But I'm not getting on the hot air balloon. I don't know why. It just don't seem right to me. I don't know. I don't like being out of control. And I'm totally out of control on there. Like, I'm dependent upon whoever navigating this. I feel like, I don't know. It just ain't. It don't feel right to me.
Ain't nobody got time for this.
I think we get the point, Sarah. You ain't getting in a hot air balloon. We got you.
Beautiful though.
Yes, but no, it's like riding a helicopter. Some things have a little air danger, right? What's life without a little bit of excitement and danger? Let's say Napa Valley Wine Fest. Jazz is on my bucket list.
They got a fest. Let me Google because I might be there before the year out. Okay. Fest. Let me write that down.
Seeing more money.
Yeah, well, Lamar don't like wine. He says it tastes like spoiled grapes.
Well, it smells like spoiled grapes.
He will not drink it, but that's okay because I drink enough for the both of us.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right. So that is the bulk of our show tonight. If you want to join in via audio or video and tell us something about anything on topic as far as romantic trip that you have been on or a fun thing that you've done on a trip and want to share it with the people here with us live tonight, you're more than welcome to do so. And then we'll get into our little Colorado adventure that we experienced.
Okay. Hold on, I'm getting this too. Best cruise ever, Capital Jazz Cruise.
Yes, Capital Jazz Cruise. Gerald was telling us about that where it was a cruise and it was a cruise with some R&B artists. So
I'm on this.
Yeah, with several R&B bands that were on the cruise, and it was a more intimate setting. So you were able to watch them perform, but then of course they were on the cruise ship too. So you were able to interact. That you do. You were able to interact with the acts. I think he said after 7, and some other groups that he did the actual cruise, and he said it was one of the better things that he'd ever done. I thought that'd be really, really nice. And there's people don't know. You hear about the big cruises like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, but there's actually hundreds of different cruise companies offering a lot of different style themed cruises, comedy cruises, lifestyle cruises, a lot of different music cruises, jazz cruises, a lot of food cruises. So there's a lot to do on cruises. I like cruising a little bit. I always feel a little bit bad because of some of the things that, cruise ship workers. Yeah, they work their tails off for not a lot of cash to keep us happy. But anyway, let me get off my soapbox on that. All right, so
they had that a few months ago. I missed that, but I'll get it next year.
Yeah, so now that we get ready before we close out this show tonight, I want to tell y'all a little bit about our trip to Denver, Colorado. Keystone, Colorado, by way of Denver. Now, if you've never been to Denver, Colorado, you've always heard about the altitude. Altitude is very, very high in Denver, right? Mm-hmm. And they say you shouldn't go up into the mountains for the first 24 hours when arriving in Denver if you're not from that area. Oh, and a side note, they said Denver has really, really good weather. I don't know if y'all know, they get over 300 days of sun in Denver. It's almost always sunny in Denver. I never knew that till we got there. But anyway, so you shouldn't go up to altitude, meaning you shouldn't go into the mountains for the first 24 hours. I don't know what we was thinking or what happened.
What was the altitude we were in Keystone? Do you remember?
Hell yeah, I remember. It was 7,000 feet above sea level. 7,000 feet above sea level. And I think Denver is 4,000. I do, but
okay. Yeah.
I'll find them while I'm talking here. But once you
so
tell them about how the trip going up.
I don't remember the trip going up.
So when we got to Denver, got out, we got into the rental car, and instead of staying the 24 hours in Denver, getting our bodies adjusted to the altitude,
went right to Keystone.
We went right to Keystone. It was about an hour, a little bit less than an hour drive outside of Denver, but going up into the mountains. Now remember, this was in June. Remember, it was the first part of June. And it was unseasonably warm in Denver. So when we get there, the whole forecast, it was in the 90s. As much research we do, I did not research the typical temperature in Denver because I seen it. I was like, man, it's just going to be warm like it's supposed to be, right? But that was unseasonably warm for Denver. So anyway, we're getting out of Denver. We'll start going up in the mountains, and we start seeing the mountains, which was beautiful. And looked like at the top of the mountains was snow.
I said, Lamar, is that snow?
Yes, and I said, no, that's sand.
I said, that is snow. That ain't no snow. I said, that is snow. And we went back and forth.
Yeah, because it was so hot. And we're going up the mountains, and we're getting closer and closer to the top. And it's still hot, and it was snow. It was the funniest thing I ever seen in my life. Well, the strangest thing I ever seen in my life. But there's no humidity, so the snow stays around longer. But there was something that happened to us as we was driving up this mountain. We had stopped and got a bag of chips. So we're going up this mountain all through the winding ways. I started getting shortness, starting to find it hard to breathe. And Sarah was finding it hard to breathe as well.
And we looked back and seen that bag of chips.
Yeah, so the big bag of chips we had, and I forgot I didn't have the pictures and video loaded up. But the bag of chips that we had, potato chips,
they swell.
Had swollen up. It's like it was getting ready to bust. It's like, damn. So not only we started having shortness of breath, we started to get gaseous. Is the best way to put it. So when you start going up to altitude, your body starts to swell. So we're going up, we start to feel damn near sick. So shortness of breath, you couldn't get your breath. Trying to breathe, we were swelling up, feeling like we were about to burst, and we had to stop on the side just to get out, just to try to get some fresh air.
But I remember, so the first night there,
don't get too far. Go ahead.
what? That's about where we're going. But the first night there, it was god awful. We walking through the cabin trying to find the air conditioner.
Yeah, so we got settled into the apartment, and the view was beautiful. Right out the back window was the mountain range, and there was a little small hill, and there was prairie dogs.
Yeah,
they just popped, what you see.
Dogs.
Yeah, prairie dogs just out there playing on the back patio.
And we had a nice little creek back there.
Yeah, so it was hot. So we go around like, man, we need to turn on the damn air conditioner. We ain't feeling well.
Late at night.
Yeah, ain't feeling well. So I go around and turn the thermostats all the way down to 62. Go in the other room, turn the other ones down. There was like 4 of them throughout this little apartment, really nice apartment. I was listening like, damn, we ain't hearing the AC kick on. And it's just hot. So remember, it's unseasonably warm. It was 80 in the 80s up in the mountains, which is rare. And the air conditioning didn't kick on. So we call the people and through the app, the Airbnb app, and it's like, sorry, but there is no AC units. I'm like, what kind of shit is that? No AC. And the guys that we were walking around and said, yeah, it doesn't get hot here. There's no need for AC. I was like, damn.
So on top of it being hot, it was hard to breathe. So like literally, we looking for humidifiers in the car. I'm like, let's go find a fan. Let's go. Like, so you could, not only was it hot, but you couldn't breathe. We like laid on like several pillows so we could sleep in the upright position because that's how hard it was to breathe. Like it was, we should have listened. We did, and we just didn't think it would be that bad. But it was awful the first night because we had to get adjusted to the altitude. But we drove, wherever we drove to the train ride, say when we got to the train ride, it was like 80 degrees. But as we was coming through the mountains, by the time we got back through the mountains, it was like 30s. Remember how the temperature?
Yeah, you left out a whole part. That first night was one of the worst nights.
Well, I told him that.
Well, you got to put some sauce on it, baby. You got to put some sauce on it.
Okay.
The first night, this is right. Well, let me pause here. Right here, this is the view outside of the condo. Right there, that's the mountains in the back. Right there, what you see in this particular
that's beautiful.
Picture. Yes. And this was right outside on the back patio as well. Right on the back patio is a a river flowing through the back right there. So that first night we there, we couldn't breathe, we couldn't get cool, and we couldn't sleep because it was just so hot and the air was dry. So my nose started bleeding because the air was dry. So we sitting there drinking as much water as we can.
Well, I was scared to see it now. When I'm on vacation, I normally work out and go run and whatever. I'm like, I'm not going to work out or go run. I might pass out here. You ain't gonna know where I'm at because I couldn't breathe. But people were out riding their bikes and doing, but they live there, so they're used to it. And I was wondering, they had those little cans of oxygen you can buy at all the local stores. I guess it's a common thing for people like us that's hard-headed.
Yeah, they had cans of oxygen. You buy them in any convenience store. In a case like that, we didn't buy none. We should have. But anyway, that was our kind of story. After that first night of hell, it got better. The next day was better.
I think our bodies adjusted.
Yeah, your body will adjust pretty quickly. But for a moment, it was like one of the worst things that we ever.
I wouldn't go smoke no weed.
Yeah, experience. Yeah, weed is.
Look, I'm like, it's legal here, and I ain't trying it because I already can't breathe. I ain't taking no chances.
Yeah. So that's our little story about Colorado. It was beautiful. It was fun, but we did experience
that was a good trip.
Yeah, it was a really good trip. It was a nice picture of you there.
Was that in Colorado?
Yeah, that was downtown.
Oh yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Lots of breweries, of course. Lots of things to do in Colorado. Lots of music. I didn't know they had such music culture either. But also in Denver, it's another place that everything shuts down early. Like it ain't no going to a bar and partying till 2 a.m. in a lot of places in Denver. It's like come 7, 8 o'clock, stuff started shutting down. It was just the weirdest thing.
Show them that biscuit dessert we had.
Oh yeah, I just had it up on the screen.
Did you show it?
Yeah. It was a place this is what is it called? It was a strawberry shortcake biscuit. So it's this place called Biscuits and Pizza or something like that.
This was actually Colorado.
Yeah, this was downtown. No,
this was in Denver.
Yeah, this was in Denver because we went up to Keystone, Colorado for a few days, and then spent the last day in Denver so we can get to the airport.
Y'all, let me tell y'all, this is probably one of the best desserts I've had in my 40 years of life. So we are big Yelpers. Like, we Yelp everything. Like, I'm looking always top restaurant, top dessert restaurants, top whatever. And this was one of the top locations of this restaurant. When I say y'all, I can still taste this dessert. I know you can.
Yeah, what you're looking at there is a biscuit with strawberry topping, of course, and whipped cream. Was that ice cream in the middle? Was that ice cream? Oh, was just whipped cream.
Like a homemade whipped cream.
Man,
and it was like the biscuit was like had some like a sugary something. I don't know, but it was good. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good food out there. They got a lot of good food. Denver, I was very, very impressed with Denver. I'm really looking forward to going back. Denver is a very nice place.
I want to stay in Colorado. We didn't stay in Colorado very long.
Yeah.
So that is
but also, our last day that we stayed there, we stayed in the Airbnb in Colorado for our last day, and it was still hot, and it was a very nice condo, $500,000. Everything's expensive in Denver, by the way, when it comes to real estate. It wasn't a prestigious place. It was just a really nice, a decent condo, and it didn't have air conditioning either. When we when we checked into the Airbnb, they already had the windows open, the fans going, which was remember. So But all right, so and we did a lot of talking tonight. What time is it up in this piece?
About 9:30, 9:40.
Yeah. We appreciate y'all coming tonight. Hopefully, you guys have gotten some good tips from people who voiced their travels and stuff like that, and some of the things that we suggest. I will say one thing that I've always done. I really, really like planning trips. I don't like trips to be like an itinerary, but I like to have at least one thing set per day that I go on the trip. I think that's a really good idea. Have one, maybe two things per day that you have scheduled that you can do on your trip. So if you want to,
like we did recently with Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but TripAdvisor, I've been using TripAdvisor for about 15 years. TripAdvisor is hands down, in my opinion, one of the better websites or apps, to use to find out what to do in any place that you're going. TripAdvisor has been fantastic.
Okay.
But that's really all I got this evening. I really appreciate y'all hanging with us tonight and getting all the information and sharing.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, while we got a couple people still watching, what is your next trip? What trip do you have planned next? We didn't get to ask it. My husband.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's May. It's coming up on travel time. You get rid of the little crumb snatchers, and it's about where y'all going or what do you have planned for this year? Why don't you share it with the group before we close it out?
What is your next couples trip? Either be couples, just you and your spouse, you and bae, you and whatever.
Oh, somebody going to Miami. Give it up for Miami.
It's Drew. Okay. Going to Miami.
Me and you have not been to Miami together. You've been with your girlfriends.
I have.
For some reason, I never did really hear much about those trips.
Don't do that. We didn't even do nothing in Miami.
But it's true. You never came back and said, "Oh, babe, we did this." That. It was almost like a big cloak of secrecy when y'all went on y'all girls' trips to Miami.
Yeah, sit there and lie like that.
I'm not lying. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. There we go. Oh. I don't know what happened there.
We don't have anything planned for the year. Do we have another trip right now?
You know what? Now that you say that,
we'll probably end up in St. Louis or something for the weekend, or what we usually do, but we don't. Really.
Yeah, St. Louis.
Oh, we want to go back home to Ohio for the weekend,
yeah,
but nothing. They don't count. But we don't have anything planned.
We need to plan some.
I know. I'm sure we will, but we don't have anything planned. That's interesting. Where we going next year?
We are
St. Martin.
Yes, so we're going to announce later, a little bit after the summer this year, a trip next year in the spring to St. Martin is going to be a couples trip through the group like we did for Puerto Rico here this past April. It was a little bit light because of course we didn't want to plan anything big because we just didn't know how things were going to go. because we're still in the middle of the pandemic.
Hey, Gerald, don't tempt us. We'll be in Miami right with y'all. Look, that's June too. That's Lamar's birthday month. So we might be having a good time with y'all.
You know what? I'm always down for a good trip. Ms. Lynn says, enjoyed the podcast tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next month, hubby and I are going to Hocking Hills for nature walk for 3 days. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Gatlinburg is always a good time in November.
You know, they stay gone. And a girls' trip to Cancun. And Willman and his buddy are going to Yellowstone in July. Look, they booked up for the year.
Yeah, Yellowstone. You know what? Yellowstone was on my list we didn't get to, but
get there.
Yeah. Yellowstone, I've heard nothing but good things about that. It's something about nature.
Yeah, nature. It's always beautiful. So yeah.
All right.
Well, I have my knockback there. I can't find it. So yeah.
Thank goodness. Can't find that damn knockback. But anyway, hey y'all, we appreciate y'all joining us tonight. You had a lot of different options. Who said that? We need a boys' trip to Panama?
Yes, Gerald.
Yes. All my sounds on that thing.
Look, he go all the sounds, Gerald, for that one.
All the sounds.
Whatever.
Yeah, but
hold on, let me do this.
Ain't nobody got time for this.
Yes, the hell we do. Yes, the hell we do. Let me know, Gerald. But hey, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. If y'all would, if you've enjoyed the show, just go ahead and just smash that little thumbs up or heart button, if you will. That will do a lot for the algorithm and let people who have unable to watch the show tonight, because of course a lot of people are starting to travel for the holiday weekend. But we appreciate you guys that have taken the time to watch us tonight. Just remember, if it is more convenient for you to watch us on your TV versus holding your phone, you can search Marriage After Dark podcast on YouTube. I'll drop the link, and the link is still in the actual group. You can just watch it, let it play on the TV while you're cooking some popcorn or doing your evening things or just chilling out and watching. What you doing to my stuff, man? I'm the producer over here, man. You messing up with all. No, you can go here, baby. I'm gonna have to train you on how to do this, just in case.
I ever got to do it while you're trying to do something.
Yeah. So thank y'all so much. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show tonight. If you have any closing comments while the music is playing, you're more than welcome to put them, type them in, and I'll show them on the screen as the music is playing, and we're closing out the show. But thank you, baby. But otherwise than that, we thank y'all, and this will conclude tonight's show, and we are out. Thank y'all. See y'all later. Goodbye.